What is up, my reefing peeps? It's Psywar, and I got another build video for you. In this video I'm going to show you how I modified the hood I use to fit a 2-bulb T5 retrofit kit. I'd been wanting to add T5 to my canopy for a while, and I had actually contemplated buying this exact kit. My intent was to mount the canopy to the wall. The first thing I needed to do was cut the boards that I was going to use to mount the canopy to the wall. After that, I traced out the hinges I was going to use. Grabbed the tools I needed. Using a chisel and a hammer, I notched out where the hinges were going to go. This is so the hinges would sit flush. I use my Dremel to smooth out the rough parts. And then it was time for paint. I wanted to use a white semi-gloss in order to help with the light reflection into the tank. I'm not a big fan of these foam brushes. They fall apart really easy. Next, it was time to start disassembling the old canopy. I had installed this fan to help with humidity and evaporative cooling. Here I'm taking off the front door. And in this instance, I had to use very precise tools in order to remove the back panel. These side panels are decorative, and I wanted to keep them to add to the new canopy. I couldn't remember if I had used glue and nails for this. Luckily it was just nails and they were pretty easy to just pry off. I had to sand down the top to kind of smooth it out and rough the surface up so the new paint would hold. So this is probably my favorite tool that I own. This is the Kreg pocket hole jig. This thing is awesome. I love it. I use it all the time. Now it's time to start rebuilding the canopy, putting it back together again. Here, the decorative side panels are getting screwed to the front decorative panel. These pieces of wood are going to act as the arms that extend out from the wall that hold the canopy over top of the tank. In this shot, I'm attaching the arms to the piece of wood that I had notched out earlier for the hinges. I had to measure and cut a new back panel. Time for more paint. Here, I've caulked all the seams, sanded down all the surfaces, and it's just a matter of putting in the work to get it painted. The kit came with a wiring diagram. So here I'm just doing one last test to make sure that everything works and the bulbs didn't get knocked around and broken. Sure enough, the bulbs work. We're in business. I've got to drill some holes in the reflectors so that I can mount them the way that I want. I mounted the reflectors at about a 45-degree angle, that way they'll reflect light back into the tank. Time to get the final wiring job done. This gets me just one step closer to having this thing finished. This is the top of the canopy. You can see here how I did my wire management. The bundle of excess wire, and also the ballast. Now, I didn't get any shots of me doing the actual install because I was too nervous. I didn't want to be that idiot who had a video of himself smashing a 55-gallon tank full of fish and coral. The whole point of the hinges was so that I could articulate it. Here you can see the ledger board and how I had attached it with lag screws into the studs. In this shot you can see the hinges and the two boards that they're attached to. I went to the home improvement store and bought 2 customizable screen frames. They were pretty cheap and they look good too. Since I had an open top tank now, I didn't want to lose any fish to jumping. And here it is, the final lighting layout. 2 T5 bulbs, I think they're Coral Plus, and then the LEDs. I am really happy with how everything turned out. I think it looks awesome. Over the course of a few weeks, I'll slowly ramp up the timers on the T5s. I just have to be careful not to burn any of the coral. Well, that's it. It was a lot of work, but it was well worth it in the end. Like I said, I had been wanting to add T5s for a while. The LEDs just weren't getting it done like I wanted. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.